Hey, what's up? What's up? It is Tuesday, March 26th. Man, we are almost to spring break. It's cray cray. So we just got to lock in for the next couple of days, and then we are outro. So we're just going to say what's in the journal check. But first, we got this update. Oh, write everything down. Pause the screen if you need to. Moving forward. So I just wanted to make you guys aware that there is an update. Listen up. There is an update that is coming to your guys' Chromebooks. But because of that software update, that means anything that is saved on your Chromebook, not in Google Drive, on your actual Chromebook, any files or pictures or any of that stuff that you have saved to your actual Chromebook, just know that that will be deleted in this software update. So what you need to do, okay, so this is what you need to do. Peep me out. Anything that you want to keep, save up to Google Drive. Save over to Google Photos. Move to your iCloud. Wherever you want to store it, somewhere else. You got to store it somewhere else. If it's stored on your actual computer, so like when you guys do the scans with the actual PDF to the Chromebook, like it actually stores on the actual Chromebook. So if you guys need that I'm just telling you, if you need that, you need to store it in Google Drive. You need to store it like up in the cloud somewhere, up in the clouds. Hopefully, if you have any questions, please let me know ASAP, because I believe they're doing this update on Friday. This Friday. So today's Tuesday. They do it on Friday. I'm going to talk about it tomorrow on Wednesday. And then you guys got that time. So make sure if there's anything you want to save. I know you've had those Chromebooks since you were in 6th grade, which means you might have whatever on there. Some people do be doing them daily vlogs. Get them up to Google Drive, and then you'll be fine. And you can move them off however you need to after that. But I'm just letting you know, like, yo, it is a software update and it is on the way. Okay. Cool. And some people were like, why are we having a software update? It has to do with the state testing to make sure that everything is aligned for the state testing. And that is all. Now, we will be having a journal check. So for some people, they already had their journal check. So I was walking around the classroom and they were like, I'm ready. I got everything ready. So I did their journal checks already. Okay. So I already did their journal checks. Now, for some people, they were like, I'm not ready. So tomorrow on Wednesday, they can do their journal check. But I just wanted to make sure that you saw everything that's supposed to be in there. Everything is in the agenda slides. You see the agenda dates. You see that right over there. You know what I'm saying? You see the agenda dates right here. You also see the entry activities. So make sure to find them. They're all in the agenda slides. That's where you need to go if you can't find these. Relative position, that's just that. And then these are some notes. So those are all the things you should have. And if you have all that stuff ready, then you can check it in class. But if you're at home watching this, peep me out. Scan everything. Blop. Get it sent out. Just get it turned in. You know, you can turn it in digitally, or you can have me check it in person. Obviously, if you're in class, just have me check it in person. It's easier for you. But if not, some people are like, I'm not going to be here on Wednesday and I'm not ready. Don't worry about it. Turn it in online. Totally fine. Not a big deal at all. Not a big deal at all. Okay. So you can turn it in online and it will be graded. I'm going to probably put this into the grade book for sure, probably Wednesday or Thursday, because I'm going to start inputting them because I already have people's grades. So I'm going to start getting that in there. Okay. Let's go to see what is the next thing. Glad out. So you can pause the screen as you need it, but I'm moving on to the next thing. So this is the CER. We really didn't talk about this yesterday, so we're going to talk about it today. Let me do this. I'm going to undo that. Move myself up. Yep, back. Up. Nope, we don't want that. Because we want a brand new one. We want new, and then we're going to zoop, zoop, blop. Okay, there we go. Boom. Now, here we are right here. Let's go ahead and zoom it in. You guys know what we're doing. You know what we're doing. So what you need to do is pause the screen and read 45 and read this whole page 45. And what you should be looking for is in this prompt, you should be underlining anything that you believe is evidence. Mr. Farr is not going to underline evidence. You need to underline evidence. So read through this. So don't just skip through it. Read through it and underline evidence. By the way, I just want to look at my face. This skill will be helpful for every class. Math, because for word problems. Science, because you do reading, but then also because of word problems, right? And then also for English language arts, because it's the same kind of thing where they're like, oh, what? They're like, answer this prompt or answer this question. What is your opinion on this piece? Then you'll have to read through an article or something like that, or a couple paragraphs, and you should underline the things that back up what your opinion is about the piece, right? So you should be underlining or highlighting things that you feel are important, right? Now, 100% all of them may not be useful, but the majority of them will be, and then you won't have to be trying to look through trying to find things. This skill is uberly important for you, okay? Being able to figure out what's important in a paragraph here. So read this paragraph, underline anything that you think might be, guess what? We're looking, it's a claim, evidence, reasoning. So you know you got to make a claim. Anything that you think might be evidence in here, go ahead and click that out. Then also, let's talk about this right here. Okay, these, we're going to call these here. So write this down in your book. We're going to call these images. Okay, so this would be image A, image B, image C, image D. And my pen's a little bit too thick. It got like 2 C's. We got to calm down. Go down to 1. Okay, cool. So images A. So when you're referring to them, if you say image A is this, that. Image B is this, that. Or however you want to talk about those images, okay? Next thing down here, okay? What I want you to do is pause, get all this reading done, and then come back. And that's where I'm going to be at, okay? So come back after that. Blat out. Yo, did you really do the reading? Did you read? Or you didn't read? If you didn't read, you better stop. Stop right now. If you did read, proceed. But if you did not read, you need to stop and go back and read. Yeah, I'm looking over my glasses directly in your face. Okay. All right. So hopefully you came up with a question. Hopefully you underlined some evidence in this first paragraph, right? Hopefully you underlined some evidence in this first paragraph. And hopefully you've gotten the idea that this is talking about how a pinball machine works in general, okay? Now, hopefully also you've already underlined the question. And the question starts here, right? Which lever position would start the game with the most potential energy? So this question is asking about 2 things. Lever position and has the most potential energy. So what lever position has the most potential energy? That's what we're talking about there, right? And this first part says write a scientific explanation that explains. This is telling you what to do. Like, what are you supposed to actually do? What are you supposed to actually do? That's what that is. And then this question right here should be answered by that claim, okay? So we've gone over this before, and it's interesting that even though we will specifically highlight and point out this is the question, some of you guys still won't put this question, and then it marks you down points because it throws off everything. You got to have the right question. That way you know what to answer. Just like in a word problem, what are they asking me to do? Once I know what they're asking me to do, then I can do it, right? So again, here's the question, and then you need to claim. So you need to look at one of these, okay? Also, I do want to mention, usually in a scientific paper, if we're going to talk about images or graphs or data tables or any diagrams or any of that kind of stuff, then we would need to include that in our scientific writing. This year, I am not going to do that. But next year, I already was like, they're going to have to screenshot this thing, clip it, and then put it into their CER because they're using as evidence. So anything that's used as evidence must be shown. If it's a picture, diagram, any of that kind of stuff must be shown. Or like when you guys use data, you guys list out the data. That way we know what the data and the evidence is. But I'm not going to have you guys do that this year. So relax. Now, how many pieces of evidence do you guys need? Hopefully you've already seen that. We need 3. And some people are like, but it could be more. So I'm going to put 3 plus. So at least 3, but it could be more. Okay. And then for the reasoning, let's just talk about this real quick. Intro, right? And then the intro, there should be 2 things, the question plus the claim, okay? So question and claim, both of those things, because this is the topic, right? This is what we would say is the topic here. Let me scroll over. Boom, 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 right? This is the topic. The question and the claim is the topic of the paragraph. Just like you would introduce a topic in English language arts, right? This is the question and the claim are the topic of the paragraph. That's what we're going to talk about. Then you need, right? You need 3 evidence, okay? Evidence sentences. And what those need to do is watch this. They need to support your claim. Just like that is supporting the claim, your evidence sentences should support your claim. So they can't just be like stating the evidence. You know, you need to say, how does the evidence prove that your claim is true? So you need to connect the evidence sentences to your claim. How does that prove that that's true? Okay. So make sure that that is what's happening. Now, I will say this. This is the #1 place. This right here is the #1 place where people lose points. And the reason I say that is because most people do not include evidence. They may state their evidence. They may state their evidence up here, but they won't put it in their paragraph. Or when I see like little to no evidence or nothing stated, no data stated, then for sure off the top, I already know you didn't put that in your reasoning paragraph. Now, every once in a while, someone will not list any evidence, but then all their evidence will be in their reasoning paragraph, which is wild because it's like, why didn't you just list it right here and then you would have got 100%? But for sure, when you put no evidence, you automatically drop this section down to a 3 out of 8, which drops your grade down about 12%. So you automatically drop down to a B without listing any evidence. So I'm just putting that out there. Okay. Now, and then in your conclusion, right? So we'll call it conclusion. And usually this is some sort of restate claim. That's usually what it is. Okay. So that is how that should work. I'm gonna zoom out. I just want to make sure that you guys are like, okay, we got it, Mr. Farr. We know what to do. So these are all the things you should do. Again, make sure that over here, this is where you should be getting evidence from. I will give a hint. The actual potential energy definition can be used as evidence, especially since that is literally what they're asking for down here. These images are evidence. Anything in this paragraph can also be used as evidence, right? And that's where you're going to list this over here. Then you're going to make sure you have evidence sentences that support your claim, right? And your conclusion is to restate your claim. And then over here, right, we have the question. So that question should easily be in there, and the claim's got to answer that. All right, that is everything for today. And today you want to finish your rough draft at a minimum, and then tomorrow go ahead and type everything up and get that turned in. If you're ready to start typing today, I'm like, go for it. All right, y'all. I think that's it. Because all I gave the rest of the time was work time. All right, y'all. Peace.